Answer to this, Steph.
Yes, I've got a couple of guests for you who can talk about this. One with quite a genius idea on this, but it's something we've been talking about a lot, isn't it? Consumer groups have been calling for a ban on cold calling, particularly the calls about missold payment protection insurance. Citizens Advice estimates that there's something like 30 million calls about payment protection insurance so far. Well, one man got so sick of the calls like this that he was receiving, he decided to take matters into his own hands and try and get the companies back. So with us to tell us the story is Lee Beauchamp, and also we have Fergus Muirhead from moneysucks.co.uk. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Lee, tell us what you did.
I was sick of being bombarded with PPI calls. I worked out there must be a way to make money. I bought a 0871 phone number, attached it to my landline, only £10 plus VAT, and it was working. I'm making 7p a minute.
So basically you set up your own premium phone line, so every time they call you, they have to pay. So do you make much money from it?
I've made over £300 since 2011, November time.
Yeah.
And that's it, yeah.
Doesn't sound like a lot of money, but you didn't do it for the money, really, did you? It was about the annoyance of it all.
At the start, I went so annoyed I wanted them to stop. That's why I bought the 0871 number, because I didn't think they'd call me, but they found a way.
So, in terms of what difference it's made now, have you seen the number of calls you get go down or anything?
Dropped. I was getting between 20 or 30 last year. This year's only about 16 this month so far.
And how do they get that number then? Is it something do you have to tell people it's a premium number?
Legally, I need to say it costs them 10p a minute and I make 7p a minute. Legally, I need to say that.
What about your friends and family, though? Do they have to pay?
No, they still have my leads number.
Right, so they can call you a second line, essentially.
It's on the same line, but the two numbers work on the same line.
Right.
So my friends and family have my 0113, businesses 0871.
Yeah, and Fergus, just explain to us, when we have talked about this story, because Lee's obviously had quite a bit of publicity from this, the regulators are now saying, you know, we shouldn't all be going out to do this. What are the health warnings about this?
Well, I think the first thing to say is that if you've got the premium number, you're supposed to offer a service, and Lee's not really offering a service, and I think one has to ask how he's managed to get past the regulator for that. But they've got rules. They say, one, you should be offering a service. Two, as Lee already said, you've got to tell people that you're charging them and how much you're charging them, and you've got to have fairly robust complaints handling procedures in place should people not want to, want to complain about the service you're providing. So it's not a service. It's not a thing for everyone to do. Lee had reasons for doing it. He's got the motivation to do it. He works from home. He's got the time and the flexibility to be able to do it. But it's not something that we don't all want to be charging our mum and dad to phone and ask us how we enjoyed our holiday, you know.
Have you been in any trouble for it? Has anyone kind of said?
I've read the regulator statement that's come out this week. While I do discourage it, I'm not breaking any code at all.
Yeah, and that's the key thing there, isn't it? It's about not breaking the codes, because you could get in a lot of trouble for that. Yeah. OK, well, thank you both for your time this morning. Yes, if anyone has a complaint about premium numbers or is thinking about setting one up, the link to the code of conduct you need to follow is on the BBC Breakfast website, because as we've just been talking about, you could get a fine if you set one up and don't follow the rules. And that's it for me.